Kaleidoscope Season 1 includes 8 episodes that play in a randomized order for every Netflix user.
I want to know how this crew got away with the heist of the century.
This is the Kaleidoscope timeline and ending explained, with details you may have missed about characters, their motivations, and who ended up with the stolen $7 billion. The heist story in Kaleidoscope actually starts 24 years before the heist. Ray and Graham are best friends and partners in crime.
Got it.
After each job, Ray goes home to his wife Lily and daughter Hannah,
This little squirrel was up late last night waiting for her daddy.
while Graham lives a bachelor lifestyle.
Who's ready for a good time?
After a job goes sideways and almost kills Ray, he decides to end his criminal ways and changes careers to protect his family. But when Lily's boss at a country club fires her and treats Hannah poorly,
This is a place of business, not some ghetto backyard cookout.
What the fuck did you just say?
Ray teams up with Graham for one last heist at the club. Or so he thinks.
First one's on the way.
Ray pockets a high-value necklace before the job goes terribly wrong.
What the fuck are you doing? Buying us some time.
Lily is caught in the fire,
He's got you. He's got you.
and in a moment where Graham could try to save her, he hears police coming and flees,
Grab down! No!
leaving her to die. After Lily's death, Ray sends Hannah away with Ava, his friendly fence, to find a new family, and Ray goes to prison for the attempted heist. He loses everything, while Graham escapes all consequences. This betrayal is Ray's driving motivation for the rest of the story. Cut to 17 years later, and Ray is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The diagnosis is a reality check. Ray doesn't want to die without explaining his decisions to Hannah, so he enlists his cellmate Stan to help him plan an escape. Stan agrees when he realizes that Bob, a crude and brash thief, is moving in on Judy, Stan's girl on the outside, and a multi-talented criminal herself. Notice how all of the colors we see on Stan's tattoo are titles of Kaleidoscope episodes?
Sorry about that.
Thanks to some creative work with fungi
Oh, yeah. Mushrooms. Definitely.
and carved soap, Ray is able to escape prison. Stan sacrifices himself, distracting a prison guard to help Ray out. And FBI agent Nazan Abbasi is assigned to the case of Ray's prison escape.
What about the Fed? Am I gonna have problems there?
Let me handle her.
Thus begins the cat and mouse game between Ava and Agent Abbasi.
You're saying Vernon broke out of prison after 17 years because he was afraid of some skinheads?
Do you think that's funny?
I think it's convenient.
She claimed that my failure to take that information seriously contributed to her client's death.
Yes, Ray's death that Ava faked. When Ray finds his daughter Hannah, he learns that she's working for Graham, who now goes by the name Roger Salas and is a wealthy family man and CEO of SLS, the largest security firm on the East Coast.
Does she even know who he is? What his real name is? Not this Roger Salas bullshit.
I can't imagine how she could.
In a letter to Hannah, Ray explains what happened the night Lily died. He also sets his revenge heist plan in motion.
There are mistakes I need to fix, things you need to know, and people who need to pay. And it all starts with Roger Salas.
Jump to nearly 7 years later, and Hannah is excelling at SLS.
Let's hear it for Hannah. With some pretty special work for us.
And helps Roger bring in 3 major clients, the triplets.
Between them, they control $500 billion.
Including a collective $7 billion in untraceable bonds that they agreed to store in the SLS vaults. With Hannah as his person on the inside, Ray assembles a crew to steal the $7 billion.
In a couple of months, we're gonna break in, and we're gonna take him for everything he's got.
The team includes Ava as a forger and arms dealer, Stan to source materials.
You got a list, I'll be your Santa.
Not a fan of the yelling.
By the way, recognize Stan's wife?
Whoa. We can negotiate on the rough stuff, but buy a guy a drink first, you know what I mean?
RJ is the getaway driver, and Judy is a chemist. Plus,
this asshole.
Legit asshole.
Bob to help with safecracking, because Ray's Parkinson's means he has less control of his hands.
No offense, mate, but would you hire you for this job?
To fund Ray's intricate heist, the team first pulls off a smash and grab in Diamond Way, which puts Ava back on Agent Abbasi's radar.
You got a hit on Ava Mercer and you weren't going to tell me?
And leaves Bob with an injured hand. Another complication comes when Hannah learns she's pregnant.
그래서 나올 거야?
I don't know. everything would have to change, like a different job, a different life.
That's Hannah's adoptive sister and roommate, Liz. Hannah urges Ray to back off from his plan.
The triplets aren't people you can just take their stuff and walk off into the night. They'll find you. They'll kill you.
He doesn't take her advice, but she realizes.
I could stop you.
While tension builds within the heist team, Agent Abbasi connects Ava, Stan, Bob, and Judy to Ray. Aware that Agent Abbasi is getting closer, Ava frames her for drug possession.
What's this?
Agent Abbasi retaliates by having Tay-Tay, Ava's only family, detained by ICE. Agent Abbasi prevents Tay-Tay's deportation in exchange for Ava's cooperation as an informant. With the heist just days away, Ray's team prepares meticulously, and Bob gets greedy.
The second we get our hands on those bonds, we fucking take it all.
But what no one knows is that Hannah has already ensured that none of the thieves will get their money. More on that later.
It's happening tonight.
We're in the middle of a hurricane?
Just got a text from our favorite mole. It's happening at 505 Wall Street. Come on, come on.
Let's go.
Things start out smoothly on the night of the heist.
That was easy.
But distrust within the team causes complications.
Wait, that's too much water, right?
The team has to improvise on the original plan, but cracks the vaults and secures the bonds while keeping the FBI at bay.
It's happening.
Ava misinforms Agent Abbasi about the heist location, but Agent Abbasi still finds the evidence she needs to track down the crew and halt their fake SLS security footage feed.
No.
Dad, what's going on?
Hannah, we're being robbed.
Everything looks fine.
Everything is far from fucking fine. We're being attacked.
Package coming your way, you set?
Copy. Check. Let's do it.
Take care of our babies.
Trusted by Graham and Ray, Hannah crosses them both to run a heist on the heist. She and Liz take the bond cases and package them in FedEx boxes. They use a few of the bonds to top off identical cases full of construction paper and send the duplicates back to the crew.
Okay, I got it.
Great. Load it up. We'll be with you in a second, kiddo.
As the feds close in, the heist team members turn on each other.
You're O'Grady cunts!
Judy kills RJ, but that secret stays between her and Bob. Bob shoots at Stan, but misses. And Judy strangles Bob, but he survives, unbeknownst to Judy and the crew. Thinking the truck is loaded with bonds, and with Stan, Judy, Bob, and RJ missing, Ava evades Agent Abbasi and makes a getaway. Hannah saves Ray from Carlos, Graham's cutthroat security guard, and explains what she did.
How much did you take?
All of it.
I tried to protect you from the people you were robbing.
The triplets are not the kind of people you can just take their stuff and walk off into the night. They'll find you. They'll kill you.
But you wouldn't listen. So I came up with the plan. I'm giving them their bonds back. Washing their money for them, really.
Dangerous.
Oh no, it's surprisingly simple and already worked out.
Their insurance covers the missing assets. They can write it off as a loss and pocket the money themselves. The rich get richer and we get to live. By morning, the bonds will be on their way to the Caymans.
Unable to drop his revenge plot, Ray resorts to a plan B and plants the country club auction necklace in Graham's personal vault. At the crew's base of operations the next day, Judy, Stan, and Ava learn that the bonds are all gone, but Ray never lets on that he knows their true location. Despite infighting, the crew is able to work together long enough to escape Carlos, R.I.P., and the FBI. A tip from the heist team helps Agent Abbasi discover Roger Salas' true identity as Graham, and to eventually find what Ray left in his vault.
Would you mind telling me why that is in your personal safe?
6 months later, Graham is in prison for grand larceny, identity theft, and murder, and the surviving heist crew members are in hiding, running out of money. Bob is hoping to rekindle his relationship with Judy. Agent Abbasi remains on the hunt and is convinced the triplets know more than they claim to.
But knock it off with the triplets. Go rogue again, and I don't even have to DR you, I'll just empty out your desk.
Funded by Graham,
Kill Leo.
Bob tracks down Ava and Ray. Under threat, Ray gives him all the money he has left and sets a meetup with Stan and Judy.
Meet me at the Smashing Crab tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Beachside.
Bob hightails it to find his girl and kill Stan, leaving a goonie to watch Ray, Ava, and Tay-Tay. But Ray really called Agent Abbasi. Just a few hundred feet from Judy and Stan, Bob dies on the beach in a shootout with the FBI. And kind of achieves his dream, in a twisted way.
I'm gonna post up in the Bahamas. Fucking pink sands, far as the eye can see.
Catching on to what's happening, Judy is left at a crossroads. Take Bob's car and money and run away by herself, or start the happy ending Stan wants with her. We're left guessing what she does next. Back at the safe house, Bob's goonie kills Tay-Tay and Ava. No! Having lost everything all over again, and with his health declining, Ray reconnects with Hannah, who now has a daughter of her own.
There she is.
I named her Lily.
He then visits Graham in prison.
I couldn't find the Italian beef in the vending machine.
And gets some closure.
Could you have saved her that night? Could you have saved Lily?
I don't know. I don't know.
But Agent Abbasi still doesn't have hers.
This is not over. Someone is getting away with something.
The story ends in New York, with both Ray and Agent Abbasi having troubling encounters with strangers. Remember,
Triplets are not people you want to upset, believe me.
They seem pretty nice to me.
Some of these kinds of people who cross them the wrong way. One day you're walking down the street, someone brushes your arm, 3 blocks later you drop dead of a heart attack.
the last time we see Ray in the timeline contrasts the first time we see him in the timeline. After the gunman draws his pistol, a shot sounds as the screen fades to pink. In chronological order, the episodes start with violet, followed by green, yellow, orange, blue, white, red, and finally, pink. To catch everything you missed on your first watch, rewatch Kaleidoscope, only on Netflix.